Welcome to English Footing. Today, I want to ask a question that's dominating headlines and haunting conversations across the world. Who will win the Israel-Iran fight? It might sound like a military question, a political one. But when we look beyond the tanks and missiles, the answer becomes much more complicated and much more heartbreaking. This conflict didn't begin overnight. Tensions between Israel and Iran have been building for decades. Israel has long accused Iran of trying to secretly build a nuclear weapon. Iran, in turn, says it has the right to develop nuclear energy and defend itself from aggression. But then came June 12, 2025. In the early hours of the morning, Israeli fighter jets crossed the skies and launched coordinated airstrikes deep inside Iran. It was sudden, massive, precise. The targets: Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities in Natanz, its missile production centers in Isfahan, and military coordination hubs in Tehran. But it didn't stop there. Hospitals nearby were rattled. Homes collapsed. The bombs may have aimed at military infrastructure, but the damage spilled into the lives of ordinary people. Over 650 Iranians were killed. More than 2,000 were injured. Many of them were not soldiers. They were teachers, shopkeepers, mothers feeding their children. Iran didn't wait long to respond. Just one day later, the Revolutionary Guard launched waves of missiles and drones targeting Israel. Missiles hit Haifa, one of Israel's largest port cities. Beersheba, home to schools and a major hospital, suffered a direct hit. Even Tel Aviv, the beating heart of modern Israel, saw sirens and smoke. In total, over 200 civilians in Israel were injured. Some seriously. A maternity ward in Beersheba had to be evacuated. An elderly home was damaged. And just like that, fear gripped the people on both sides. But what's perhaps more chilling is what the bombs didn't show. This war isn't just fought in the air. It's happening in secret rooms and blinking computer screens. Reports say Israel's intelligence agency, Mossad, launched covert operations inside Iran just days before the airstrikes. Explosives were planted in Iranian missile launchers. Some systems were hacked. Even the timing of Iran's radar defenses was disrupted. Iran has its own cyber capabilities, and it's used them before, against Israeli banks, water systems, and even civilian airports. In this war, it's not just the bombs we have to fear. It's the invisible attacks that strike silently, leaving systems broken and people in the dark. And as this escalates, so does the danger of something much bigger. Iranian-backed groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen have issued threats. If Israel continues, they say they will join the fight. And if the US gets involved, Iran says it will open multiple fronts. Right now, diplomatic efforts are barely holding. In Geneva, European leaders France, Germany, the UK are meeting with Iran's foreign minister. Iran says it's willing to talk, but not while bombs are falling. Israel says it won't stop until the threat is neutralized. And then there's the United States. President Trump has given Iran a 2-week warning. If Iran doesn't freeze its nuclear program, the US may enter the war directly. American warships are already in the Gulf. Thousands of troops are being repositioned. And the world watches, wondering if this will remain a regional war or become something much worse. So again, we come back to the question: who will win? Does victory mean more destroyed buildings? More lives lost? More flags waved over broken cities? The truth is simple and tragic. There are no winners in war. Only people who lose less. Only nations that survive with deeper scars. Only children who grow up asking why their homes were turned to dust. What we're seeing today is not strength. It's a failure of leadership, of diplomacy, of humanity. Real power is not found in how many missiles you launch. It's found in how many lives you protect, and how far you're willing to go for peace, even when it's unpopular, even when it's hard. Because when the smoke clears and the sirens fade, what remains? Cemeteries, ruins, grief. So maybe the better question is not who will win, but rather, who will choose to stop this before it's too late? Thank you for watching English Footing. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us what you think real strength looks like. Never forget, in any war, the only victory worth having is peace.